And this is what's happening in Rochester. According to ABC News, after days of protests against the Rochester Police Department in light of the death of Daniel Prude, its top officer and his deputy announced Tuesday they are retiring from the force. Along with the police chief, 6 other department leaders announced they will vacate their roles. Rochester Police Chief LaRon Singletary, who is in fact black, said in a statement he was honored to serve the city in upstate New York for 20 years and commended his staff. However, he said the protests and criticism of his handling of the investigation into the March 23rd incident are, quote, an attempt to destroy my character and integrity. He said, as a man of integrity, I will not sit idly by while outside entities attempt to destroy my character. The members of the Rochester Police Department and the greater Rochester community know my reputation and know what I stand for. So he quit kind of on the spur of the moment. And he quit because he was tired of being labeled part of a racist system. Again, he is a black man who's been serving in Rochester for 20 years. Mayor Lovely Warren informed the Rochester City Council that in addition to Singletary, the entire command staff announced it would be vacating their roles today. She said none of the police leaders were asked to resign, but basically the police union laid the blame at the foot of the mayor's office. The Rochester Police Locust Club said, quote, the events that have unfolded today have taken us completely by surprise, as they have everyone else. What is clear is that the problems of leadership go directly to the mayor's office. Our priority now is on the dedicated men and women who, despite unprecedented challenges, continue to do a very difficult job. Okay, well, this is what happens when you rip the cops and suggest that the cops themselves are the problem when they are the ones policing crime. By the way, it is not just a black police chief in Rochester stepping down. It is also the Dallas black female police chief, Renee Hall. She has resigned. She abruptly announced her resignation on Tuesday amid eroding support on the city council stemming from her department's handling of protests over the policing of African Americans. She's the first woman to lead the Dallas department. She's held the position since 2017. In her resignation letter, she expressed gratitude for serving in the post, but acknowledged she'd faced challenges in recent months. She said, it has not been easy. She said, much has been accomplished by standing together in support of community policing and changes in the way our officers perform their duties in 2020. What apparently was the big problem? Well, when she reported on the protests, she reported that protesters were targeting the police, but apparently did not discuss some of the harsh measures employed by officers against demonstrators. So Mayor Eric Johnson said that he had not spoken to the chief, but was not terribly surprised. He said that he had been openly frustrated by the chief's unsuccessful efforts to reverse violent crime. Several police chiefs around the country have resigned or been fired in recent months over all of this. Police chiefs in Seattle, Atlanta, Louisville, and Tucson, Arizona have left. The police chief in Rochester, New York, left. Hall came from Detroit. She was deputy police chief in Detroit to Dallas. And she left as well. So we are seeing police chiefs all over the United States leave their jobs because they're not willing to be subjected to the rigors of critical race theory, in which the police are systemically racist, even if they are being led by people who are minorities. In fact, right, Carmen Best in Seattle, another case in point, was a woman of color who was forced to step down as police chief when they cut her salary for the great crime of not being allowed to police crime. What's incredible, how far left has the left moved here? How far left is the Democratic Party moving? Al Sharpton has now become the voice of reason, right? Al Sharpton, yesterday, he chided people in the media for trying to defund the police. He said only latte liberals in the Hamptons support this. Here's Al Sharpton morphing magically into Sean Hannity.
We need to reimagining how we do policing. But when you are talking about the fact that, A, we are in the areas where that is inundated with guns, that has this serious problems of our people being given guns that can't even get a summer program. To take all policing off is something that I think a latte liberal may go for as they sit around the Hamptons discussing this as some academic problem. But people living on the ground need proper policing.
Okay, when you have left Al Sharpton behind, you guys may have moved too far. This is Captain, I'm going to completely fake a crime with Tuan Bradley and blame a local DA and the cops for it. And Al Sharpton's like, you guys have gone too far for me. Did you know that every like on this video creates one additional leftist tier? Don't ask me why. That's called science. To take advantage of this amazing opportunity, hit the like button.